2024 to 2026 in Randall County, it was 10,000 people voted early. About 10,000 people voted early. So about 4,000 more people voted early this year in Randall County. And then in Potter County, about 1,000 more people voted early because their numbers were somewhere in the 4,000 range. And so a significant increase, and that's something that, we've talked to WT professors and AC professors about. And usually when it's, the presidential race, that's when we see those big numbers in the primaries, kind of when that comes around. But this is still a big race because you do have governors on the ballot. And so people are coming out voting for that in the midterms. And so this will be really telling. And Shannon Lackey, the Randall County election administrator, said it best. She was like, this is kind of a good indication of what they can expect to see in November when it comes time to vote again. And so she did say that today the numbers were a little bit lower than she expected for like day of voting turnout, but that was around 3 o'clock. And we were out there at the Randall County Annex pretty much from 4 o'clock until just now. And there were a lot of people. There was a long line of people waiting to vote. So I definitely think that number is going to go up by the time polls close at 7 o'clock today.
Yeah, Shannon, like you said, that the Randall County Annex is one of the busiest locations at Randall County.
Yeah.
So you guys saw a long line of people waiting to get inside to vote.
Yeah, we saw the pastor of the church I go to. It was funny because I saw him when he walked in. It was like 4 o'clock, and then it took probably like 20 or so minutes to vote. And so, if you're planning on heading out, definitely go do it. As long as you're in line by 7 o'clock and you have everything you need, you'll be able to vote. And so the lines are long. People are having to wait a little bit, but this is the time to, make your voices heard. So hopefully people will continue to go out and vote. But there is a line at the Randall County Annex, but there's polling locations all across the city, though. So you can find, a place that's probably not as busy as the Annex for sure.
Yeah, I think we got about an hour and a half left till polls close.
Yeah.
So we still got, like you said, we got plenty of time till polls close. And then if you're in line at 7 p.m., you can still go vote. That's what Shannon Lackey told us yesterday.
Yeah.
Polls close at 7. So it sounds like we have lines at the Randall County Annex. And I believe, if I remember correctly, she also said the Southwest Library is one of the busiest locations as well.
Yeah.
So it looks like we have a good voter turnout today, and then we'll find out what those numbers are probably later on tonight or maybe tomorrow on what the turnout is for today.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting for sure. And, there's obviously people outside, like with their signs. And so we were talking to a few people, and they said that it's been pretty steady out there all day at the Randall County Annex, at least of, just steady stream people coming in. And now it's 5:23, and so a lot of people are getting off of work and probably going to stop by the polls once, they get off of work. And so, there's still time to go out and vote. Those numbers are, early. Sometimes you think, I can just go before work. But we've all been there. It's like when you say you're going to go get gas before work, and then you have to actually go get gas before work, and you're like, I'll just wait and do it after work. So I'm sure those numbers are gonna, increase as the day goes on. But definitely a lot of people out at the Randall County Annex when we left are about to go back out there. So I'm sure it's gonna be even more people. Just trying to get out was really difficult because there were a lot of people coming in, and so I'm sure it's even busier now.
Yeah. Sounds like, man, I lost my train of thought. When it comes to, good indication about November. Well, like you were saying, this sounds like maybe this will be a good indication of what November turnout's going to be like.
Yeah.
We'll see what that's going to be like in November because there's going to be big races, indications of race 80 or House District 86. We'll have the governor's race on there. We'll have other big races on that race. So this will be probably a good indication of what November's turnout's going to be like.
Yeah, and I think that Shannon Lackey said that they have quite a bit of people registered to vote, and so, that's something that I think before every election you see those numbers kind of increase, and I'm sure that between now and November those numbers will continue to increase again of people who are registered to vote and, are planning to make a plan to register to vote when it comes to voting in the November election as well.
All right, Maya, we'll let you get back out there, head out to the Randall County Annex.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
No problem.